Honestly, one of the hardest parts about finding a martial arts school is making sure you found a good one. There are tons of different schools out there. It's one of the most saturated activities in the market. And so since there's so many different types of martial arts schools and so many different types of martial arts styles within that, how exactly do you find a martial arts school that's right for you? How do you know when it's both legit and the style that you want to train if you've never trained before? Or even harder, if you're finding, a school for your child that isn't even you. How do you know your child's going to like it or anything like that? And so in this video, it's going to be just kind of a more relaxed video of me talking to you guys, maybe showing you some B-roll, but just kind of explaining my honest opinion and my honest suggestion on figuring out how to find the right school for you. And this is like a pretty chill video. I'm just kind of going to talk to you guys for a little bit. So with that said, let's run the intro. What's up, guys? It's the only ninja wearing aviators and a superhero hat, and welcome to the modern ninja. I had to start the video out like that, even though it's going to be more chill video. I had to start the video out like that. So, this kind of goes in two parts, right? We have part one, which is how do you find out what style of martial art you should train? Like, how do you determine what you should spend your time in? And part two is how do you figure out if the school that teaches that style is a legit school and is worth your time and isn't gonna like scam you or penny pinch you or anything like that. And I have lots of experience in this. I've moved around tons of times, tried various different martial arts, and even got my black belts in a couple of them. And so here's just my opinion. It's not a fact, and you can go against it if you want, but it is my experienced opinion as of the last 22 years of my martial arts career. So to find your favorite martial art, this one is honestly the easiest because you can go about it in two different ways, right? There are some people that just know what they want to do in the sense that they want to strike or they want to ground fight or they want martial arts for self-defense purposes or they want to learn weapons, right? So if you know what it is you want to do, you can then backtrack to the styles. For example, if you know that you want to do ground fighting and that's really all you want to do, then things like jiu-jitsu or BJJ, right? That's going to be your go-to martial arts styles. If you're wanting to learn striking combat, or if you want to like go into the Olympics, maybe Taekwondo or Shotokan Karate is going to be really good. If you don't have a lot of time and you really just want to spend your time learning some self-defense, maybe over the course of a year or so you can protect your family, maybe you want to find a Krav Maga school. Krav Maga is great at self-defense. It's not a super deep martial art, but you're going to be able to defend yourself fairly fast because it is designed to do that. Or maybe you want like a really deep history in your martial art, right? You can find something like a Kung Fu style, like Northern Shaolin or Wing Chun, right? That history goes really deep and they go really in depth. And so you can be a part of like a generational martial art that just goes through the generations and has gone through for hundreds of years at this point. So that's one way of doing it. The other way would be if you're really just not sure what you want to do. You're not sure if weapons are your thing. You're not sure if you really want to go the route of rolling or stand up or sparring, competing in tournaments. You don't know what you're wanting, right? A lot of schools will have a free trial where you can go in. They'll take you through some of the basics of what they teach. Sometimes it's like a one-on-one situation. Sometimes it's like a group class where you go in, take like a group trial class, and other times they just give you like a week of taking class and trying it out for free. That's what I plan on doing when I open my own school, is just letting people come and train for a while just to get an idea of what it is. That way you'll get a feel for what the art is, and then you can watch their more advanced classes to see what the art will become once you train in it. Obviously, if they practice, a lot of stand-up kicks and punches, that's one thing you get out of your martial art. If they spend most of their time on the ground and rolling and submissions, that's another thing you can do. If they spend a lot of time in weapon training like arnis or like your Japanese sword styles, like a kendo, right? That's another option. So you got all these different options that you could go to if you want to figure out what style is best for you, right? You can go to all the different schools that teach those, take their trial class, see if you like it, and then once you find one that you like and one that you will stick with, because let me tell you, the most important thing is finding a martial art that you will stick with, because that's really what matters. Once you find that, then you go for it. But how, that takes us to the second part, and how do we make sure that our martial arts school is not a fraud, right? How do you make sure that it's not gonna be a scam at the end of the day? That you're not gonna be training there for 2 years and realize that they're just been penny pinching you, or people are lying about what they're teaching you, anything like that. How do you tell? And there's no flawless way of doing this, but what's really important is that you get the training that you want at the end of the day, right? And so in order to make sure you do that, what you should do, and what I suggest everyone do at any school they ever go to, is pay attention to their advanced classes. A lot of times when you go in, they'll invite you to the beginners classes to try them out and things like that, which is fine, but find out what time their advanced classes are. Find out what time their adult classes are. And I want you to watch them. Oftentimes they're kind of towards the end of the night during the week, because the advanced kids usually, or the advanced students, not just kids, but the advanced students usually train towards the end of the day. And then you'll sit outside the window or in the chairs in the lobby or whatever their setup is, and you'll watch those classes. I want you to look for the technique that you would like to see. Now, there's a very big thing to look out for. You don't want to look at their best student, because everyone's going to have those rock stars that, whether it's a good instructor or a bad instructor, the rock star is going to be a rock star. And everyone has the other end of the spectrum where it's the kids or the students that just naturally struggle a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's just always going to be those two ends of the spectrum. What you want to do is forget about those two ends and try to find the average, right? See where the average skill level is of their advanced black belt classes, or whatever the advanced class would be, right? Sometimes it's only black belts, sometimes it's red belts and black belts, sometimes it's black sashes if you go in the Kung Fu route. Just kind of depends, but find the middle ground, find your average. And if you, at the end of that class, or maybe you watch two classes, and at the end of those two classes that you've watched, you like what you see as far as what they're training, how they're training, their mentality in with martial arts, if you agree with how they're treating each other, and you like the respect that they're showing each other and things of that nature, then absolutely go for it. It'll be worth the training, because even if something crazy happens down the line, you know, you're still getting what you want out of it, and that's to be like those students, right? To be that kind of martial artist. If you go and you do not like the things you see for any reason, whether that's just some style of martial art that you don't like, the techniques that you just don't really like, the mentality of the students that you don't like, if you see that and anything you don't like, find a new school. There's tons of schools. So if you find something that you don't like, check the next one, right? I'm sure if you live in a city, like I live in Dallas, I'm not in Dallas right now, but I live in Dallas. There are tons of martial arts schools everywhere, almost on every corner. So if one doesn't work out, that's all good. Try out the next one and keep figuring it out until you find the one that works for you. But that is my best suggestion that I would give to anyone, even if they're coming to my school, to check out the advanced class, see if you like the look, see if you like the vibe, see if you like the feel of the class, and then if you do, go for it. Give it your best shot and do not quit. Everyone quits, and I'll make a whole video as to the reasons why, but so many people quit. And the biggest thing you'll need in your martial arts training is determination, motivation, and more important than motivation is the endurance to just do what you need to do regardless. oh my gosh, I'm missing the word right now, but that ability to just do what you need to do even when it's hard. And that is incredibly, incredibly important. Discipline. Oh my goodness, I was thinking of that for a second. The discipline. You will need the discipline to push through, because I promise, no matter what martial art you choose, it will get hard. And it will get hard several times. The discipline will keep you going. And at the end of the day, I promise you will love the fact that you stuck it out. But if that helps you, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it to this point in the video, definitely consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel, and consider being one of these guys. I'm not sure where I'm going to put their names in the camera right now, but join these guys if you are wanting to become a member of the channel, get some of my videos early, and help me out to make more and more content for you guys. But until next time, my name's DJ Moore. This is the Modern Ninja, and I'm out.
Be the Modern Ninja, but
Lift off.
just know I'm dangerous.
30 minutes. Perfect.
I'm on that Bruce Lee, flow like water, state of mind. Got me going farther than I ever thought I could have been. Gotta grab a sheet of paper, as you know I got the pen. Anybody want to smoke, your whole career be looking grim. Out here flashing chains while your boy been in the gym. Watch me spitting flames while the frogs try to